Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing just kind of like a get ready with me. I wanted to just press record on my camera and just do my makeup with you guys. I also just received the Aina Anastasia palette in the mail. So I went to go say so and super at the same time. So I'm super excited to be playing with this. I think it's a beautiful palette. Just keep watching the tutorial if you guys want to see how to get this look. Super easy. The shades are absolutely stunning. I will insert swatches later on in the video, but the palette's really pretty, and I thought I would just hang out and do my makeup. This is a voiceover just because my last 3 or 4 videos have been regular me talking, and they're so fucking long. Like, all I do is talk, I swear. Like, even editing this video, watch it be 20 minutes because I feel like because I haven't been on YouTube for a few like weeks, and now that like I'm getting back into the swing of things of filming and everything like that, like I just want to keep on talking to you guys. And it's so much fun to just sit down and talk, and you guys are like my friends. You guys are like my only friends. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop laughing now because I'm just explaining to you why my videos are so long, and it's because I keep talking. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see how to get this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. So for today's video, I'm using my brand new Aina palette, as you guys can already have guessed from today's title. But I just wanted to show you guys quickly the PR package that it was sent in. It was so beautiful, and I'm very grateful to Anastasia. You guys know that I am on their PR list, so I'm very grateful. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. I'm sorry, but I did just want to show you how beautiful the PR package was, and this video is nowhere near sponsored. Okay, so for brows, I'm going in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I really love this color. If you guys want an updated brow tint, let a girl know. I would be happy to do that for you. Not much has changed. I just kind of switch out my products from time to time, and I have been using lighter shades as well. So if you guys are interested, let me know down below in the comments. Now to set my Brow Wiz, I usually go in with a brow powder, so it will switch depending on my mood. I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Powder in the shade Chocolate, and I'm taking the darker shade and just kind of setting and adding more darkness to the tail of the brow. Now to clean up under my brows, I haven't been using concealer anymore. I've been using foundation because I feel like it's not as harsh. It's a little bit more easy to kind of blend out, and it just looks a little bit more natural. So to prime my eyes, I still use my concealer, which I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape today, but I did go in with my foundation above my brow and over my brow like I'm doing right now. Feel free to skip this step if you want, but I actually did learn it at a Makeup by Mario class, that he does apply foundation over the brow. So moving on, I'm going to set my lid with this Becca powder I just recently got in my BoxyCharm, and now I'm going in with Ginger from the Aina X ABH palette. I'm using it on a fluffy brush. This is a Zoeva brush. I will link everything down below in the description box like I always do, but I'm not being precise with this color at all, so go ahead and blend it on the outer corner and in the crease and build it up as intense as you want it to be. I go back and forth a few times, maybe 2 or 3, just to really build this color up and really intensify it and smoke it out. Next, I'm grabbing the shade Edges, but honestly this did nothing for me. It was just a little bit too peachy in comparison to the Ginger shade. So I just went back in with the brush that I used for Ginger, and now I'm going in with Credit. Be careful with Credit, it is a pressed pigment, so you just want to start working this in smaller doses. Use a fluffier brush. This was my mistake. I'm using the wrong brush. This is a Sigma E32 brush, and because it was so dense, it was very hard for me to blend it out. So just be careful. So what I did was I blended it out to the best of my ability while I could, and then I went in with a fluffier brush and added a little bit more Credit little by little to the outer corner to intensify it and really blend it out. The same brush that I went in with the Ginger shade is the same exact brush that I'm using for the outer corner, and then I do grab a little bit more of Ginger to help blend out Credit. So just take your time with this step, don't rush, and it doesn't have to be super precise. Honestly, I feel like the messier the outer corner and the smokier, the better. Did you guys think this was going to be a cut crease? Did you? I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm pretty much cutting the majority of my lid, so probably about 2/3 of my lid. I feel like I'm not necessarily cutting my crease, I'm just placing the concealer for a nice tacky base to really intensify the shade that I'm going to put on top of it. So before I go in with that shade, I'm grabbing Ginger just to help blend the outer corner and the end of that concealer really blend together so we don't have any harsh lines. And I'm always going in with a lighter color because sometimes with the wet base, it might make the darker color that you go in with darker. I hope that makes sense. I'm grabbing the shade Zam from the palette, and Zam, this shade is absolutely beautiful. I literally would buy this palette just for this shade. It is the most beautiful and Intense Rose Gold Sparkle Shimmer Shade. It is absolutely gorgeous. It will look good on any skin tone. It is so beautiful. So I'm just applying that all over my lid, and now I'm going in with this Tarte mascara that I did receive in my BoxyCharm as well. For complexion, I'm going in with my MAC Stroke Cream as my primer. This is in the shade Gold Light to give a lot of luminosity to my skin. I love using this underneath foundation. And for foundation, I'm mixing my Anastasia foundation and my Nars foundation. My Anastasia one is a little bit too dark. If you guys have seen my last video, you guys will know that they did send me a little bit darker shades, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm making it work. Don't worry about it. And I'm just waiting to head to Ulta to purchase my shade in person. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to get my shade. But this combo is so beautiful. So I just mixed it on the back of my hand. I used 2 pumps of the Anastasia and 1 of the Nars, and I'm just applying it with my Anastasia A30 brush. And I think it's really, really beautiful. The coverage was nice. The finish was nice. I like creating my own foundation cocktails, I have to say. So I'm just really blending everything in, picking up any excess foundation with my damp beauty blender, and then I am going to go in with some concealer. We're just going to use the same concealer that we use to prime the lids, which is my Tarte Shape Tape. Probably my fave. I'm just going back to it because it's such a great concealer. So I'm just applying that to the center of my face and underneath my eyes, and then we're going to blend everything out with my damp beauty blender. Moving on, we are going to set everywhere we put concealer, and I decided to use the brand new backup powder, the same one that I did use to set my lid, because I've never used this one before, and I did just get it in my BoxyCharm, so I wanted to test it out. It's very, very strange because it's very, very cold and it almost feels wet on your skin. So I don't really know if I know how to work it yet, but I felt like on my initial application, it did darken my under eyes and everywhere I put concealer. So I decided to use it just to initially set my concealer, and then I'm going in with my Anastasia powder in the shade Vanilla and my Morphe M501, or is this an M510 brush? One of those. And I'm just lightly setting underneath my eye. This is a lighter shade, so it's going to help brighten there as well. And I know I did mention in my last video that powder was giving me trouble, but a girl fixed it, and I love it. So I'm using this Natasha Denona palette, and I'm just using the bronzer shade in the palette just to give my skin some give my skin some bronziness and some tan. And then I'm also going in with the highlighter in that palette. It's not as blinding as I want it to be, but it's also a little bit darker than I should be wearing. You know what I'm saying? So I went over it with DesixKaty and Dose of Colors Fuego highlighter. I was getting in the zone and honestly forgot to show you guys what blush I was using, but I'm using a pretty Vulgar blush. I will leave the name of it down below. For my eyelashes, I'm going in with, I believe these were Lily Lashes Faux Mink Miami. So I just applied those, or Faux Mink Miami Light, that's what I use. For my lips, I went in with my KKW Beauty Nude Liner 1. But of course, lip liner. I'm sorry guys, this is just my favorite lip liner ever, and I just love KKW Beauty products. I think they're so good. So I actually initially went in with 2.5 lipstick, but felt like it was a little bit too peachy warm, so I decided to just apply that to the outer perimeter of my lips and then go in with Nude 1 on the center of my lips. And girl, isn't that like the best nude ever? I can't. I want to apply makeup just so I can wear this nude. I'm telling you, it's so good. To help blend my falsies to my natural lashes, I'm just applying a little bit of mascara to the base of the lash and then flicking up, and then I'm also applying some on my lower lashes. Cannot forget your lower lashes, girl. For my inner corner highlight, because I love a good inner corner highlight, I first went in with Soleil from the palette, and then I went over top of it with Trust Issues, which looks like a white in the palette, but is a super intense duochrome gold shade, which was really, really pretty. So I did that on top, and now I'm just going in with Benefit Hoola Bronzer to contour my nose, because the shade in the Natasha Denona palette is just a little bit too warm as a nose contour. So I'm just going over that with my beauty blender to help blend everything together, and that is the finished look. Okay guys, so I'm literally like about to leave very, very soon. Gonna go get some margaritas and some tacos, but I just wanted to give you guys A quick review on the Jackie Aina Anastasia palette. I think it's really, really pretty. I am obsessed with this shade that I have on my lid. The camera's doing it no justice, but it's the shade called Zam. Zanny. This one right here. It's literally the most beautiful, shimmery, like reflective, bronzy, like rose gold shade. Oh my god, it's literally stunning. Like I don't want to take it off of my eyelid. I think the shades that I used were really, really pretty. I only used I dipped into edges, but it was just too warm for this look. Like it was kind of throwing me off, so I stopped using it. But I used ginger and credit, and credit I believe is a pressed pigment, so it was a little hard to blend out, but I managed. I suggest going in very small doses, and when you use something and when you use an eyeshadow like this that's considered a pressed pigment, I would recommend using the smallest amount first, tapping off the excess on the back of your hand, and then going in. Yeah, that's that. And the only thing I don't like is that I applied Zam really messy, so like now there's shimmer in my crease, but I mean that's my own fault. Like I think it's so pretty, and honestly I think this is very universal. If you have a lighter skin tone, you may have to dip into another palette or just have like a spare darker brown next to you, just because this credit is pretty dark, but like I said, it's a pressed pigment. It's a little hard to blend out, but like when you start to blend it out, it kind of almost looks purple. Like on my initial swatch, I'm like, oh okay, that's brown, and then when I actually swatch it, it looks purple. So I would just keep that in mind. But like I think that this palette is so beautiful. I'll swatch some of these shades for you. We have Trust Issues, which looks white in the pan, but it's actually this beautiful golden. I am obsessed with Zam and Soleil. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Literally sick. Like sick. Then we have Shookington, which is such a beautiful purple. Like such a beautiful purple. Absolutely love it. It's incredible. I haven't really swatched the mattes because the shimmers in this palette are just so beautiful and stunning. Sponsored's really pretty. It's kind of like that. I don't want to see cliche, because I see so many pigments that are like this, or it's like brown and then it's like the green shift to it. I know like MAC has a pigment like that, like a Makeup Geek Insomnia, or I don't know what the MAC one is called, but like that's what that reminds me of. The mattes in here are really, really buttery. This is Supreme right here, which is beautiful pink. And then we have Pinker, which is really nice too. I can't wait to play with like these purple shades because they're all so pretty. I don't have a color in here that I don't like. Lituation is so pretty. Oh my god, with like Lituation would be beautiful like with a really nice dark smoky eye on top of like a black base, and then with like a little bit of like silver reflect sparkles on top. Oh my god, that would look so pretty. So if you guys want another tutorial using this palette, let me know in the comments below. I think it's really nice. I love when Anastasia comes out with new palettes like these because I feel like I have to collect them. This was sent to me, but this video is nowhere near sponsored or anything like that. Letting you know now. If I review a product, it's just kind of like the kindness out of my heart, and if I would ever do a sponsored post, I would obviously disclaim that before the video started. The only thing I have to say was there was quite a bit of fallout when I used Zam over my lid, I guess because I was like really trying to pack on the color. I initially applied it with a brush on this eye, and then I was like, I'm not getting the color payoff that I want, or I was using just a really small brush for like the large portion of my eye. So I ended up taking my finger and pressing it, and like pressing and swiping kind of helped. But it's such a beautiful color. Like I need this sold separately. Like I need this by itself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm literally about to run out the door, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I will leave everything that I use down below listed in the description box, so make sure you check that out. I will also leave my other platforms of social media that you guys can follow me on. I love Twitter, so you guys should follow me on Twitter. I love Twitter, and I like Instagram a lot as well, so go ahead and follow me on there. I will link them down below in the description box, so you guys can come and follow me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. should have brushed my teeth first.